right, welcome to Sports Preview. We got a special edition today because we got a couple guests in-house, but I am your host, Roy Herman. I'm joined by Christian Simpson from the Daily Blitz and co-host of the Sports Den podcast show, which we're on every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. And we got the president of the Joliet Buccaneers, Michael Ingram, from Semi-Professional Football. And that's what we're here, gentlemen, today to discuss is Joliet Buccaneer football. And Christian, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, well, God, how come we didn't get, like the hail to the president? This is the president.
The president.
This is the president. But Mike, it's good to have you, man.
Thank you.
Great
Appreciate
to see
it.
you.
Welcome aboard.
Great
Thanks
to
for
see
having
you.
me out.
Look,
appreciate
we talk all the time.
Yeah.
I've met you in 2012, and we've built up a nice bond over the years. And let's just talk about the organization and the history of the Joliet Buccaneers.
Well, this marks our 11th season, 11th year, and we've been in the Will County area for the last 11 years, and we're proud to represent the Joliet, Will County, Bolingbrook area, and we can't say a lot about what's been going on over the last 11 years. You have your ups and downs, but it's fun. It's fun doing what we do.
So, Mike, when you guys got started, way back when, talk a little bit about the purpose of the organization, what your goals were, mission and vision, and what you wanted to accomplish when you started this venture out.
Well, it started back in 2004. My wife and I, who's the CEO of the organization and general manager, Sandra Guy Ingram, and the goal was to bring in another adult amateur minor league football team back to the area. As you recall, the Will County Buccaneers had represented the Will County area for about since 1997 to 2002, and the team folded, which I was a part of from 99 to 2002. And what my wife and I did, we thought of different ways in which we could pretty much bring it back and start anew, bring the same tradition that the Will County Buccaneers had, and impose it with the tradition of what we want to our brand of football, which is pretty much the same. And we started out. Our name was originally the Bolingbrook Buccaneers, which we were right here in Bolingbrook, and it grew from within there. We did a lot of things from the local community, being a part of the Founders Day Parade down here, and getting Roger Clare, part of our organization, Terry Wintermute, Anthony D'Andrea, who is the owner of Ateki Corporation and who hosts our website, and Alyssa Benford Lee, who's our CPA for Benford and Associates. They've been very good to us. So, we incorporated, being loyal, finding loyal business owners to, come aboard and be with us to build up our brand of football, and to also help out the young men between the ages of 18 and older continue to play football, after high school and or college.
And not only do you give young men a chance to play football,
give older men a chance too.
Older men, but for us kind of, I don't want to call myself nerdy, but non-jock, a chance to broadcast my passion and my love, so to speak, and stay in the sports media. So it was because of you and your organization, it gave people like me a chance to be involved in that.
Oh,
so from a personal standpoint, I have to thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. I look at it like it was told to me, pay it forward, giving everybody an opportunity, to do what they want to do. That's what we're all about. We look at it as, we're a family. You help your fellow brother out, and you help them to achieve their goals. Not too long ago, you were just in Boston doing their announcing out there. So, we were very proud of you going out there, and wished you had got that, because then I would have been able to go watch some Red Sox games out there.
The marquee that day, we have the picture my wife took, and it's at home, but it says, my name on there, but it says Joliet Buccaneers, public address announcer. So that made the marquee in Fenway Park. So.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So we're traveling. We're getting out there. So, but our organization it's come around in the last 11 years, and we keep growing. That's one of the big things, is that we want to continue to keep growing and be a part of the community. As everyone starts out knee-high to a puddle. You're playing a game in which you love to play, and when you go on to high school and college, you're still learning. So, and then after college, after high school, you either go into the workforce or you go into the local junior college, and that's where we come about.
Wow, you just led me to my next point. Let's talk about high school and college and how you plan to mold these young men. How do you plan to help these young men out? You know, like, you want to be a mentor? What's the one thing you want these young men to get out of this program?
What I want them to get out of this program is very simple. Be good, productive citizens. You know, give back to the community that's given back to them for the last, God knows how many years that they've been, part of the community. Starting out when they were kids playing youth football, youth baseball, and even when they got to high school or college, the local colleges. You want them to grow in a mindset that you don't want them to fall back onto demons, which can lead them into either three things, in which I call it jail, drugs, or death. So you don't want them to fall into that category. So you want them to, come out to your organization, and that's where myself and the head coach Vernon McCanns and assistant head coach Andre Ward, our goal is to mentor these young men into being productive citizens. And along that way, we've had some great young men that come within our organization. One for which I want to talk about, Capri Bibbs, former Plainfield North High School star running back and former Colorado State University running back, who just signed a unrestricted free agent deal with the Denver Broncos. Right. So this past draft, and I am so elated. I'm so proud of this young man. He came out and played a couple of games with us in the 2012 season, and you can't say so much. It's like, each and every one of these young men are like my own kids, and you want to see them succeed in life. And
definitely,
when I heard that,
definitely,
that just threw me through the roof, because I was just so proud of that young man.
Definitely, and I know him personally. I went to high school with him, saw a lot of his games, his breakout year, 2010, and what this kid brings to the table as far as to the position, quick, elusive, can run in between those tackles. He follows his blockers, and he has excellent field vision, and you don't see that with a lot of high school running backs. You see it more as it's built with when you're in college, and then you transfer that over into the pros, because you notice a lot of these collegiate running backs have had such successful careers in the NFL because what they've learned at the collegiate level, they've taken to the NFL level. But I think Capri is going to be something special. I mean, I couldn't be happier for him. He great athlete, good person, and I just think, everybody that went to high school with him is elated for this guy.
You can only be, the young man is a humble young man, and I'm just, like I said, I just can't speak upon this young man the way in which I want to. Is just, I'm so happy and proud of him. And you're absolutely right. This is a young man who's coming with raw power, raw speed. He's going to turn some lives. He's right now, he's going to have to work his tail off in order to make the team, the Denver Broncos. I see him doing it. I see him being another Terrell Davis. If you guys remember, Terrell Davis was
that's a big comparison.
Yeah, a big comparison.
A huge comparison. Terrell's a legend of his own, and
first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yes.
I see Capri being another Terrell Davis. I do see him making a team from a special team standpoint, and then by him making the team from a special team standpoint, he'll come into his own. He'll understand the game a lot more. And once he gets his opportunity, his shot, he's not going to let it go. He's going to grab on it, and he's going to flow with it. So I wish him all the best of luck.
Yeah, same here. And learning from a guy who wears number 18, and his name is Peyton Manning, I'm sure that's going to throw something in there as well. You're learning from one of the best of his time. And I mean, Peyton is what I call an honor roll quarterback.
Peyton is more than an honor roll quarterback. I think he is the best quarterback in the game right now.
Right.
Unfortunately, he had a bad Super Bowl, but you can't, the numbers don't lie. This is a man who's going to be first round Hall of Fame.
Oh,
first ballot, he's going in. You already know that.
And he's really made quarterbacking a science, Mike. Just look at the preparation he puts into everything. I mean, this guy is studying game film night in and night out. And no disrespect to the guys that came before him, John Elway, Marino, Steve Young, Brett Favre. I think I'd be a little bit more afraid to play Peyton Manning, and I think I'd be staying up late at night trying to figure out how you play Peyton Manning rather than those four I just listed, because Peyton Manning's going to keep you up all night.
Oh yes, he will. He hasn't fell off yet. He's 38 years. I think he'll be 38 years old this year. I still think that he's still got more gas in the tank, and he's more ready to push the pedal to move the Denver Broncos to possibly a Super Bowl contender. If not this year, they are going to break up that team, but we'll have to see. Time will tell.
I think the state of Omaha, or city of Omaha, really owes him a billboard, when he's done in a key to the city, because he brought a lot of tourism there just because people are like, Omaha, let's go visit Omaha, because they were associating it with, and that's not what it was about, of course. But let's shift gears a little bit to the community now, because, everybody knows, football and how passionate people are. You can argue about what America's favorite sport is, but when you look at the numbers in the NFL and the revenue and the TV and everything else, I mean, everybody loves football. But you guys do a lot in the community, in communities and community service, and I wanted to highlight a friend of mine here in this community, Peggy McMillan, actually, who is on the Community Service Council. You helped her out, and why don't you talk a little bit about how you helped Peggy and what that means to Bolingbrook here?
Well, I want to thank you for that opportunity. Peggy gave a call out. Well, you gave a call out to me first about it, and said Peggy McMillan was looking for some little help as far as some community type deal for for a raffle or a fundraiser event that they had going on. And Peggy and I had the opportunity to speak about it, and she wanted to know a little bit about our organization and what we can offer and so forth on. And I wanted to help her out so much that I was willing to get jerseys, signed jerseys by the football team, in which she could have put in a raffle or a fundraiser to be raffled off, or some sort like that. And Peggy was like, no, you didn't have to go there. And I said, well, I've got something even better. We do a lot of things for the kids. They can be honorary water boys and ball girls. And she's like, perfect. So I did a little placard up for it, a little certificate. I did 4 of them and brought it her way, and she was ecstatic about it, because we play during the summertime, and what our venture goal and our purpose is that we want the community to recognize that it starts from within the kids. The kids are our future, and I wanted her to know that the kids that they have, because they do a lot of things for at-risk kids. So I wanted them to be a part of our organization. Like I said, we are a family, and we want to take care of our kids. And it's that old adage, that old saying, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
That's the way that we look at it.
Definitely.
And we were able to get her that, and we don't know what we're going to see out of it, but we're hoping with some good things out of it. So to bring some couple of kids over to the game that are going to be honorary water boys and ball girls, and come out onto the field and do a coin toss and be around amateur football at its best, which is out of Will County, rich football tradition here in the Will County area. So plus you get the possibility of seeing a future star or a one star that used to be a high school star, still keep playing this game.
Sure. And let me just add this too, is we brought a couple of youth out this year to the games.
Yes.
And they were just like, wow, they just stepping on a real football field and getting autographs and just being able to talk to you guys. And they were just like, they talked about that for months and months after that. And just those experiences. I mean, let's face it, you go to a Bears game, you're not going to get that experience when you pay for parking and the ticket and the food and how expensive it is, that people can't afford to do that. To come out to your game and for the youth to have that opportunity to touch players, speak to players, actually step foot on a real field. I mean, you're really making a difference in their lives. And who knows, they may turn out to be the next big star, and they may say that encounter with you or some of your players, that might have inspired them to do that.
You know what? I try to do that all the time. Be a part of the community. Myself, I do play 17 years playing. One of the biggest things, what I get a kick out of, is coming over to a young man who's